Joyful adventure, audits come, join the ride. Joyful adventure.
Welcome back to Joyful Adventure Audits. Today we're continuing our ongoing series on the Lost Pubs of Birmingham, and we find ourselves in a different part of the city, you guessed it, looking at another former closed pub. But this one's interesting because the building still stands, though it's been repurposed. We're here in Ladywood, Birmingham, standing outside what was once the Twin Towers pub on King Edward's Road. Now, the Twin Towers was what you might call a pretty ugly-looking estate pub, but it had its own character. It was just a short walk from the upmarket pubs in the Jewellery Quarter, quite a contrast. This was an Ansells pub, situated right on the corner of King Edward's Road and St. Mark's Street in Ladywood. We found an online review from December 2007 that gives us a real taste of what this place was like. The locals would frequent it during the daytime, but come the weekend, you'd get people from other areas turning up. Friday nights were all about the R&B, while Saturday nights belonged to reggae, specifically the late 70s and 80s classics. The place really came alive after 11 p.m. and stayed open until 2 a.m. Now, the review mentions that the pub looked a bit tatty, but the drinks were cheap, always a draw for punters. They had a reasonable-sized dance floor, but here's the thing, when you pack a couple hundred people in there dancing, you quickly start wondering why the management never invested in air conditioning. People used to joke that the Twin Towers was so rough, at least it had the pharmacy next door, which speaks to both the pub's reputation and the dark humor of Birmingham locals. There's something quite poetic about that, isn't there? The Twin Towers closed its doors around 2012, ending its run as a proper Birmingham boozer. But the story doesn't end there. Around 2017, the pharmacy next door, the very one people joked about, expanded and moved into these premises. So in a way, the building has come full circle, from pub to medical facility. It's now May 2025, and standing here, you can't help but think about all the stories these walls could tell. The Friday night R&B sessions, the Saturday reggae nights, the locals who called this their regular, the weekend visitors who discovered this hidden corner of Ladywood. We've covered many pubs in the Ladywood area as part of our ongoing series on Lost Pubs, and each one tells a story about changing communities, changing times, and changing Birmingham. But remember, while we shine a light on these lost pubs, we also champion the ones that are still open and running. Support your local pub, because if you don't, it could be next on our list of lost establishments. The Twin Towers may be gone, but its memory lives on as part of Birmingham's rich pub heritage. Another chapter in the story of a city that's constantly evolving. Thanks for joining us on another exploration of Birmingham's lost pubs. Make sure to subscribe if you want to see more from our ongoing series, and let us know in the comments if you have memories of the Twin Towers or suggestions for other lost pubs we should cover. Until next time, this is Joyful Adventure Audits. Keeping Birmingham's pub history alive, one story at a time.
To the pharmacy, oh my. Twin Towers lit up the Birmingham sky. R&B Fridays, reggae, sweet sound, the dance floor's magic, we'd all get down. Oh, Twin Towers where we go. Cheap pints flowing, vibes would glow. Packed and buzzing, hearts collide. Ladywood's rhythm we'd feel inside. Reputation, but we didn't care. King Edward's Road, memories shared. Saturdays pulsing, reggae's embrace, changing the face of this lively place. Oh, Twin Towers where we go. Cheap pints flowing, vibes will glow. Packed and buzzing, hearts collide. Ladywood's a rhythm we'd feel inside. The lights went dim, a chapter closed. King Edward's Road, it stood so tall. An ugly estate boozer with stories for all, dancing till to the sweat in the air. No cooling breeze, but we didn't care. The Twin Towers pub where the nights were loud, sticky floors and laughter drew a crowd. Birmingham's heartbeat pounding the floor, a pharmacy next door, but we wanted more. Pence in hand and jukebox alive, echoes of memories where spirits thrive. No fancy glamour, just gritty and real. The Twin Towers held a certain appeal. The Twin Towers pub where the nights were loud, sticky floors and laughter drew a crowd. Birmingham's heartbeat pounding the floor, a pharmacy next door, but we wanted more. Its doors in 2012, they say, transformed in 20 seconds, paved the way. But the soul still lingers in every brick, a time capsule of nights gone by so quick. The Twin Towers pub where the nights were loud, sticky floors and laughter drew a crowd. Birmingham's heartbeat pounding the floor, a pharmacy next door, but we wanted more.